My name is Ben Peck. I am the weekend sports anchor at Fox 34. I also am a sports reporter during the week. I shoot a lot of video for the station, and then I also anchor Mondays, and I I do a whole lot of different things. When I'm anchoring, I'm also basically producing the sportscast, so mostly anchoring again on the weekends, and then kind of doing a little bit of everything during the week. So first thing after I graduated, I was applying for jobs. I didn't hear from anything for a while as graduation approached. And then I had an opportunity to work at a summer camp I went to as a kid that it had shut down for a little while, and then it was starting back up. So I went during the summer. I was going to kind of take a break from applying, hopefully build my reel up a little bit, and then after that, it was about 2 months, so after that was over, I was going to start reapplying to some stuff. It was probably right around middle of August. I heard back from Fox here in Lubbock, and still had to go through some. I don't think I came up here to interview until Labor Day, but still had to go through some stuff. So even when I was back from camp, I was at home. I think I had 3 weeks where I did some high school football, like internet broadcasts, just for fun, just to stay a little bit involved. It was just all volunteer work, but I had that to hold me down, and then I finally was able to come up here, I think like 3 weeks into the season in 2014, 3 weeks into the football season for Tech. I'm not probably going to go into play-by-play anytime soon, but I've always kind of liked the style of Vern Lundquist, very kind of simple and, not forcing it too much, but just kind of expressing the news in a really simple but effective way. And then Craig Sager was actually from the town I was in Illinois. He went to high school at the high school I would have gone to had I stayed in Chicago. So I actually, even before the news of him going through cancer and everything came up, I do have a like of really bright colors, and then so my wardrobe kind of matches that personality, but also just the spirit of just like it's sports and it's fun, and there is some hard news stories that we cover from time to time in sports, but when you're covering the events of sports, and then that's a time to have fun and really let loose. And honestly, not just Craig Sager, but the whole way kind of TNT covers NBA. I think just that style of having fun, but being able to have tough conversations, but also being loose and laid back. I kind of like that style a lot. I would say, number one, never be afraid to try something you haven't done before. Not only haven't done before, but don't be afraid to test your limits, and to even maybe get in a little over your head a time or two. That's honestly when you do the most learning, and I know a lot of stuff can seem super intimidating, but especially if you want to do it for a career, you're going to have to learn. You're going to have to learn how to do it at some point. B, it's really, once you put the work in, it's very something that you can pick up. It's not something that you're either going to get it or you're not. If you put the work into it, usually it does pay dividends. Rewarding part, I think it's always fun to when you have an opportunity to kind of highlight something, whether a team, a player, even if it's not an organized sport or organized high school, but just being able to kind of shed some light on something that I know all the kids and coaches and parents even work really hard and are very supportive to have the success that they do. So I always like when you have, especially some of these small schools that do really well, and then you can kind of give them like ESPN like coverage, and it's like I went down to the state championship for Borden County when they won the 6-man, and if it's a 1A school around the Houston area that's in the Houston TV market, they're probably not getting too much focus, but since they were our only team from the Lubbock area, we really went all out with that, and really gave them a lot of coverage, and not only coverage, but just shined a light on them and really was able to get in depth for these kids who aren't used to that much spotlight. So that's always fun to see, kind of the gratification from them, and to make the, not just make them happy, but to, it's really nice to just build those relationships as well.